Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jalen Hurts fired up, locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder. We have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been cheaper. There's never been more content available over there. So if you're looking for even more Quarterback School content, you want to take your football understanding to the next level, you want even more X's and O's, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Get over there, join, become a member. I sincerely appreciate the support for the channel. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. All right, Jalen Hurts, nice 25-20 win at Chicago. Right here, though, not a great one. A little unlucky, in my opinion, for a little both stick. Thing comes up short, rough pick. You know, originally watching this, I thought, oh, he could definitely set his feet and drive this thing. It really doesn't matter because it's coming back as a hold. Obviously, you'd rather have a hold than an interception here. But for me, you know, a little unfortunate more than anything else here at the jump. So both stick for me is going to be stick, flat on both sides, kind of mirrored. Now, not my favorite concept on a bunch of different levels. If for some reason you catch two like they do, to me, I'm always thinking kind of, if it's blurry, get it down to the back more than anything else. So a few things here. One, it looks like he picks the bottom of the screen. So stick, flat. When you have these mirrored quick game routes, very rarely do you go kind of right to left. You kind of pick a side and deal with it. And if it's not there, then you really need to get it to the check down. So I'd love to see the check down get out faster. You know, he kind of gets bounced around a little bit. I think the ball could go there if they were just a tick more detailed, tighter offensively. But again, you can see at the bottom of the screen here, they kind of roll to two. I'll call that two. You know, it might not be two, to be honest with you. Whatever it is, he works the bottom. It's not there. Check down. Like that fast. And see how the check down now, watch the back get out. So he was kind of like skipping through, can't get through. By the time Hurts wants to get there, he's not there. Now we get out. The ball's underthrown. Obviously, thanks, Captain. Don't want to do that. But in addition, you know, there'd also be a hold. So again, his eyes, right? He's working left. It's not there. Our left. The back needs to be there right now. Let's see how the back's not quite out yet. He's having a hard time navigating that wide ass open B gap. And then just the final decision here, underthrown, happens. Okay, on to the next. Next one here, really nice wrap in to the slot at the bottom. I love the rhythm. I love the fact that he's lined up to his left. Big chunk play. Now it's wide open. A nice acceleration here at the end from Smith. But I really like the quarterback play here. So watch his feet lined up. See how he's lined up to the left? So we get in that nice shuffle rhythm. Right over the top. Beautiful ball right up on his face. And again, when you have the ability to throw these kind of like mid-tier touch balls, takes that kind of second level shallow linebacker type player out of the equation. So again, the accuracy, the timing, the rhythm that he's playing with. At the bottom of the screen, watch that little wrap in. Whoop. And again, there's a bunch of creative ways to get to these types of plays. So to me here, you know, just iterations of high-low. So here, and then we're really going to have multiple options. So you can kind of pivot, sit, and at the end of the day, you're just looking for these second level defenders, linebacker types, to come down, drive down on these pivots or sits and get that in, okay, pun intended, before the deep safeties or the third level defensive players. So just watch that slot wrap in here with those underneath hold routes right around him. And then showing off the speed, the acceleration. They've obviously got some dudes on the perimeter on that entire roster. But really, Jalen Hurts dialing it up, playing point guard here from the pocket. Out on time, rhythm, nice pass pro, great strike. Just a lot to like. Big chunk play. Next one here, 2nd and 17. This is a missed touchdown opportunity for me. Bottom of the screen. All go, 2x2. The logo, if you will. Really trying to get a 2-on-1 on number 9, the safety down here. It's a tick underthrown. That's the reality of it. Again, maybe he could be lined up a little bit easier. Gets a little bit toesy, and when I see guys get toesy, I always think they're going to come up short. But for me, and this was a tough play for me to learn as a pro. not necessarily 4 verticals, but in the red area or tight reddish area, we're going to run just all go. So best release go, and we're running a seam here. And we're trying to put a 2-on-1 on this half field safety right here. A lot of guys, I never really got that comfortable with it, but a lot of guys here, if they know this safety is tight, so this safety meaning tight towards the seam, they'll almost come back here, take 3, and like shrug or pump and like stay in rhythm. So 3, shrug, pump, and then just let it rip to the back pylon. I always think of this as like a back pylon throw, like high back 5. And you can see here this throw, if it was at the high back 5, it'd be a touchdown. So it's really, the corner makes a play on it, but the corner's not really the read. So just play it out, 2-on-1 on number 9. Again, maybe, just a little bit farther of a throw, and that's a touchdown. But all it is a 2-on-1 on that half field safety. I like the decision. I like the timing of it. If it's at that back pylon as opposed to the front pylon, it's a touchdown. It's also a nice play from the corner. Now, footwork wise here, as opposed to the last rep where he was really lined up to the left, this time, is he lined up? You can see him heel click. So he's trying to get lined up. He's a little bit more closed off. Toesy, clicky. You can certainly see that back heel off the ground, right? To me, you're never going to generate quite as much force when you're doing that, and it's a little underthrown. Next one here. Again, off to a bit of a rough start here in the video. 3rd and 6, INT. We're going to get a fast 4. To me, I know these interceptions go on the quarterback. And again, I'm not going to tell you that I'm an expert on the Eagles personnel and or what their wide receivers are doing in any sort of detail. But 16 here is taking way too long. Like way too long. He's out there thinking that this is like a walkthrough tempo. He's not even looking back at the ball. For me, that's not the film that I'd want to see if I was coaching wide receivers or having anything to do with this offense. So I think it's there. I love this design. So what do I mean by love the design? We're going to get fast 4 motion. So he's the 4th eligible to a side. So I just call it fast motion. So really the new 4. So right here's depending on where they snap this ball is kind of how I number the eligibles. Obviously outside in 1, 2, 3, 4. So wherever they snap this ball, but I love this fast motion because it tells you if it's man coverage. Someone's running. Someone's going to run with this guy if it's motion. When that happens, you really know you've got what most people call like a crosser or an over. This route is made to order. Really made to order. And it's usually paired with like a little whip or inside return here. And you just read this thing low to high. But versus middle field closed, you've got all this space. You just need to get your rear over there. You can't kind of like, la 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 la, and then look, 20 yards downfield. We're playing fast. This route by the new 4 up top takes forever. So there's it's man to man, right? We see 9 go with 14. We've got this over crosser all day, every day, except today. I mean, look, he's trying to throw with anticipation. But the guy's still going upfield. He's running like vertical. I mean, he's got no idea that the ball's coming to him. It's a shockingly poor route, in my opinion. And I know that might sound like I'm making excuses for Hurts. I can just tell you that this play, just look at the space, okay? Get your rear over there as fast as you can. I think of like Tyreek Hill making this play famous. Or just get over there. It's a foot rate. What you can't do is go up, la 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 la, like blinker. I mean, this looks like it's a terrible pick because he hits this guy in the chest because the route is so terrible. So yeah, it's an interception for Hurts, but this is, to me, is on the wide receiver. I like seeing Hurts try to throw this with anticipation. This is one of those throws where you almost don't have to throw with anticipation normally because it's so wide ass open and you're running to grass. But just watch 16 here. You can't really see him, but I mean, look at his head. He's looking back. He's looking back at the quarterback. The ball's in the air. Damn, bro. Come on. Help us out. And then feel free to touch the guy when he's on the ground. Try not to jump over him. Yikes. So, one of the 2 picks, not on Hurts in my opinion. 3rd and 4, next one, inside fade up top. This is great base from Hurts. I love the touch. He shows some great touch. He looks like what Russell Wilson looks like, besides this year, in my opinion, dropping the ball down the field. Really like how the Philly wide receivers use their body to control themselves too in these situations. But this is a beautiful throw, right? We talk about this all the time. These go balls, they leave the screen, they drop out of a helicopter, right down the line. Boop. Great job. Just a beautiful throw. Again, inside fade versus press, made to order. Don't pretend that this is defense coordinator school, but if we're playing the Eagles, maybe we don't press their stud wide receivers and leave their one-on-one down the field. I don't know. It's just me thinking out loud. Base-wise, though, check it out. No heel click. Boom. Quick reset. Maybe a tick toesy. It looks like he gets most of his cleats in the ground there. Ball gets out on rhythm, and that's a dime. Big plays, man. Dude can spin it down the field. Next one here, 3rd and 8. This is a beautiful touchdown run versus 0. They got the old friendly fire AA blitz here. AA like you don't want to do it, where the safety runs into the nose guard. Boom, damn. I know everybody loves their favorite podcaster, Kelsey here, but this is some bad defense, y'all. Watch 9, the safety. Go right into the nose. Boop. Now, someone is wrong, okay? So I get it that this is, quarterback school. We're going to talk about the run, whatever. We will. Okay, but the first thing to realize, just if you're thinking just general football, 5 offensive linemen, 6 gaps, okay? We don't have to pretend that we care that much about defense. 6 gaps, right? There they are. What you don't want to have when you're pressuring is 2 people in the same gap. So this, we'll call it a 1, okay, is going to cross face of the center and come into this A. Either he's wrong or this safety coming from the heavens is wrong, because you don't want to come in the same gap. So I would guess that he's supposed to cross over right where the run is. But when this happens and they run into themselves, you just kind of smile and say, thank you very much. I will take that quarterback touchdown run, and it will not get easier than that. That's like the old high school, quarterback sneak 4th and 1, and nobody's there at the second level. That's way too easy. 0. Jesus. And again, it can be defensive mistakes and a great offense taking advantage of it. But they hit him with the old battery blitz here, AA, boom. Tough. But thank you very much. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, never been cheaper, never been more content available over there. Get over there, support the channel, become a member. I appreciate it. In addition, we've got the Quarterback School courses, really the premium content available through the channel, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We've got a Pass Pro course, a How to Beat Every Coverage course, an RPO, a Tempos. We even have an entire offense. So get over there, join, enroll, become a Quarterback School teachable student. You will dig the content. It's my favorite content that I create through the channel. So get over there and enroll. I appreciate it. Finally, we've got a bunch of additional free resources. We've got a Pass Pro Quiz. We've got a play calling tool. We've got a free quick game course. So if you're interested in any and all of those things, they can all be found in the video description. I appreciate the support for the channel. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one, go up top. All go again. Again, great body control from Brown this time. Fade, drop it right in. Again, verse press coverage on the perimeter. Middle field closed. I'm not a huge fan of the play action element of it, but catch the matchup you want. Again, look at the body control. See how he leaves space for that ball to drop in, fade in. He's not getting pushed to the sideline by New Peanut. It's a beautiful throw. It's probably a better catch and body control. So long trap action for me is just pulling the backside guard. Everybody else on the front side is gapped down. And normally this thing is meant to hit like this little pop seam or pop over. But right here, we should all see it. Press coverage, middle field closed, anything you want outside the numbers down the field. So you're going to go, man-to-man press versus the Eagles guys on the perimeter. They're going to throw it down the field. It's just it's one of those things where You got to make them pay for being in the defense that they're going to put themselves in if they like their matchups on the perimeter. Philly's going to take their chances down the field, and they're going to hit a bunch of them. Just great job from Hurts, kind of taking these shots, being aggressive, but also being smart and really precise, right? Like little play action fake, no hitch, 1, 2, 3, boom. Again, not quite all of his toes in the ground, or all of his cleats in the ground, but still beautiful throw. So 3rd and 15, one of my favorite throws of the day. This is a deep out up top to Brown. Great anticipation, excellent accuracy, right into the light. Whoop. Ball's up on his face on the sideline with anticipation. So watch this drop. Little 3, boom, hit that back foot, get it up and down. Love it. So the anticipation and the accuracy here is what makes this thing go for me. And he shows it a few times here in the second half. Deep out, 3rd and forever. Let's get into field goal range. Let's get a little closer for 4th down. So you're going to throw this thing when you hit that back foot before the wide receiver comes out of it. So as he's turning into it, you got to lay it out up on his face. So just an excellent job of showing that anticipation, the accuracy, the arm strength. Again, he's separated right there, right? Brown's not close to being out of that route up top. Perfect ball. So the timing, the rhythm, the anticipation, the accuracy all go into making that thing look like it's an easy throw. Nothing easy about it. Love all the power he generates too from the base. Nice. Then we're going to do a very similar throw up top. This time it's a 9 hinge or stop. Again, great anticipation, great accuracy, working outside the numbers to the right. This time it's 5-step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tight hitch, reset, go. You know, I will say, just because as much as I want to praise him for how great he's playing, and he really is playing great, I love the anticipation. I love the accuracy here. If I was being super critical of the footwork, this feels like it's more toesy this game than it has been up until this point in the season. And I don't watch every single snap of every single game. But, you know, he's getting away with it here. The accuracy hasn't suffered much. But it's just something to pay attention to and watch as far as we get down the season here. So to me, it just looks like he's got his kind of, you know, right there. He kind of, I guess he puts all his cleats in the ground. That's this one. I feel like just a tick more toesy than I remember seeing on film, but still great anticipation. Next one here, 3rd and 6. Go, bottom of the screen against press again. You know, middle field closed. Press. Bears. Thank you. Dot. Big play. Get in the end zone. Again, just the idea here of Hurts, the decision making, the decisiveness, seeing the matchup he wants, and again, putting that ball right down the line on these fades. That is a beautiful throw. I mean, that's good defense. The guy's right in his hip pocket, extending his left arm. It's just a better ball. And it's a great catch through contact, everything but the finish. But I just, you know, these are not difficult pre-snap looks, right? Press man, going to rotate into close. You got one-on-one. Just let it rip. Like they've proven, the Eagles have proven they will take advantage of these matchups versus damn near anybody on the perimeter. And Hurts does a great job seeing it, throwing it. Again, check the base out. No heel click, tight reset. Ball drops right down the guy's line, gives his guy a shot, and that's a massive play. Just love watching Hurts operate with this kind of decisiveness and this kind of accuracy down the field. Great touch, ball leaves the screen, right down his line. Massive play. Love it. Next one here is the 2-point sneak off the little line shift. So originally seeing this, I thought it was a little bit cuter than it is. This is post penalty, so 2-point conversion, half the distance from the 1. Originally, I thought it was Kelsey at center. So meaning that I think normally this shift is even cooler if this is the center and someone else is snapping it. But right here, this is a little bit, you know, more high school Harry, where this is Kelsey, the normal center, and they're just coming out, lining up one spot to the left, and then everybody's shifting over one spot, which it's cool. I get it. Like linemen love this kind of crap. Love it. But I think it's even cooler if the kind of backup center is the guard and you really shift the center off the ball. But right here, you can see the overreaction that it causes the Bears to get into. And really, they're just getting back into their normal line. Right? Like they might have an extra guy in there, a big heavy tackle, extra tight end. But, you know, the Bears kind of make this an overreaction more than anything else. This is just their normal line, tight splits. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's just not as cool as I thought it was. Maybe it's my own issues. Great job from Hurts kind of doing that CFL sneak where you just kind of go down the line till you find a bubble. And he certainly has a knack for this, and they're great at sneak anyway. But we'll dress it up here. At least the third time they've done it. Big play for points. Next one here, 3rd and 6 to ice the game. You're going to get a little short in up top. Catch middle field closed man. This is a cool design play. I always think of this as like the old school Peyton Manning Colts play. Gives you great options versus both iterations of man. Inside out, inside leverage, outside leverage. It's a big play on 3rd and 6 to close this sucker out. It's knees after this. So when I say inside leverage, outside leverage, I'm talking about on this in, okay, a little short in. If you get outside leverage, okay, or head up leverage, this short end's got a great opportunity to work, especially when middle field closed. If for some reason it wasn't middle field closed, so say they get to 2 deep somehow, who knows how they'll do it this way, and play 2-man, this guy moves out. Well, then you really don't want a short in versus 2-man. He'll be inside leverage on all these guys. So what you would normally want this with is an out. So you put one guy on an in, you put one guy in and out to take advantage of who the leverage is. So right here, you catch closed. You're almost always going to get the inside wide receivers with outside leverage, right? They're trying to funnel everything into this middle field player. Now, Smith does a nice job bouncing outside and getting to the out, but technically it shouldn't be there. So you can see here, if this short in wasn't there versus 2-man, the deeper out would be there versus 2-man. So you can see the answers. That's the thing that I like looking for in an offense. What are the answers versus different coverages? So there's the short in, it works. You can also see the out if the short in wasn't there right behind it. Whoop. That's awesome. Nice design, great execution. Love seeing these kind of like game closing plays where you've got to execute on a 3rd down to take knees, get a big road win. Really nice job from Hurts, battling through a tough start. So that is a wrap. Jalen Hurts, week 15, really impressive road win. Now, did it go perfectly the entire way? Hell no. Rough interceptions. Were they on him? Potentially the first one. Certainly, ball comes up short. I think once you get past that second interception, there were a lot of things to like. I love the deep ball accuracy. I love the anticipation we saw on multiple throws, the accuracy on multiple throws, the touch, the base, the rhythm that he continues to play with. Certainly a threat to be able to run with the rock as well, whether it's sneaks or draws or any type of run action that they're using in their quarterback run game. All of those things, big weapon, dude continues to play at a really high level. That being said, I think the film for me, for the first time in at least that I can remember, he was playing a little bit more toesy than I remember. I feel like earlier in the year, he was a little bit more kind of all his cleats in the ground, that back foot really locked and loaded to be able to generate as much force as he possibly can. Little things to pay attention to moving forward. You know, if you see balls kind of die on him or not put it exactly where he wants all the time, the ball control, kind of the miss ratio, when you get a little bit toesy, I feel like it gets a little bit wider, spray radius a little bit wider. So just little things to pay attention to. That's not taking anything away from the performance. The dude's playing at a really high level, has been playing at a really high level. Hopefully he gets healthy and they can make this stretch run that I think everybody wants to see, because that team is loaded. That offense is fun to watch. I love the design, the aggressiveness, all those types of things coupled together to make a really fun, engaging, exciting team. So thank you so much for hanging to the end of the video. I certainly appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.